It's this simple. You are a brand. You are in charge of your brand. There is no single path to success, and there is no one right way to create a brand called you. Except this: start today or else. They're the last few lines in Tom Peters' 1997 article titled The Brand Called You. If you don't know who Tom Peters is, you might recognize his influential book titled In Search of Excellence. When Tom wrote the article, The Brand Called You, he recognized something that many people hadn't seen yet, and that was the world of work was changing. I wish I could say that only Tom Peters has commented on the world of work or the future work, but there have been countless books, articles, videos, webinars, studies written over the past years discussing what work will look like in the future. And year after year, more people than ever are becoming independent workers, freelancers, consultants. And the world of independent work is showing no signs of stopping. Peter's prediction, and quote, there is a chance that at some point during your career, you will be consulting, has become a reality for many professionals today. But what that means is, more than ever, it's critical that you know how to market yourself. I'm not talking about selling yourself. I'm talking about marketing yourself, showing that you're real, showing that you're genuine, and that you can help people. As Peter's highlighted, you are your brand. The focus of excellence is now on you, and it's up to you to demonstrate your relevance, credibility, and the value you bring to your clients with your services. Something that I talk about when it comes to your point of view, that your point of view needs to show you're relevant, credible, and you provide value. Your point of view is one of your key marketing, I'll call it, tools. To stand out in today's competitive landscape, you need to be able to market you. Marketing you starts with taking responsibility for knowing who you are, what's important to you, and how you want to be perceived. What do you want to be known for? What is that one thing? Success means standing out, and standing out means being visible and communicating a clear message that highlights you and promotes you. But how do you promote you? Yes, your brand message is one, that quick, short message that you give when somebody asks, what do you do? And that short message should explain your why, your what, your who, and the results and benefits. That's one key way to market you. But how do you go about promoting you? Here are my top 5 suggestions with related actions to help market you. And to be clear, nothing that I'm going to discuss, none of my top 5, tie with writing a book, creating videos, hosting a podcast, writing articles for magazines, but they all tie to some basic marketing things that every consultant should do. Hi, I'm Laura Burford, and I help independent consultants connect with the right people, people who can become clients, leading to consistent revenue and enabling you to live a life on your terms. In other words, I help independent consultants master consulting. If you would like to discuss your consulting business and how you can master consulting, schedule some time to talk. If you're not interested in talking, but you're interested in assessing your consulting knowledge, download the consultant's assessment document. You will find links to both my calendar as well as the downloadable document in the description area as well as the first comment below. If you find this video helpful and are interested in additional videos such as this, subscribe to this channel and click on the bell to be notified when the next video is available. Here goes the first suggestion. Have clarity as to the one thing for which you want to be known. The one thing you want to be known for is your focus. What you don't want to do is to fall in the trap of being known as the jack of all trades and the master of none, or the person that provides a laundry list of things they can do that results in people being bewildered as to what is your expertise. Having clarity about the one thing for which you want to be known not only makes it easier for you to market you, it makes it easier for people to find you, refer you, and recommend you. So what should you do? Here's my first action tip. If you are not sure or clear as to the one thing, evaluate what is important to you. Leverage your experience, expertise, and strengths, and to determine what needs and wants people are willing to hire an independent consultant for. Take a step back and look at the three. What's important, your experience, expertise, and strengths, and what needs and wants people are willing to hire you for. And where the three converge is where you will find that one thing for which you want to be known. For more on how to determine your focus, check out the focus-related videos on this channel. I've added links in the description area below. Suggestion 2, stand out by articulating your point of view, or your POV. Your point of view is your how. It is a high-level explanation of how you help your clients achieve what they want to achieve. Your point of view is how you help them solve their problems or help them with an opportunity. Articulating a relevant and compelling point of view sets you apart from other consultants who don't have a point of view. Your point of view isn't your value prop, but it does help you stand out by making you unique because you can explain the journey at a high level before you talk about the tactics. It is your differentiator. Here is the thing. A point of view normally isn't something completely new that you invent out of the air. Your point of view normally is a combination of ideas and things that are already being done that you combine together and you include and take into account your experience and expertise. Here's the action tip that ties to articulating your point of view. Draw your point of view. What are the 6 to 7 steps you want to take your client on to help them achieve what they want to achieve? Start with the pain points. How are you going to eliminate those pain points? What would you do to help eliminate those pain points? And move them and help them get to the other side. Help them achieve what they want to achieve. Once you have developed your point of view, practice it. Talk to people and include it in your marketing materials. Market you with the help of your point of view. If you're not clear or you want more information on how to create a point of view, check out the point of view related videos on this channel. I've included links down in the description area below. Suggestion 3. Communicate, communicate, and communicate again your value. Communicate your value in everything that you do. One of the most effective ways to communicate your value is through storytelling. People don't want to be sold to. They want to feel confident you can achieve the results you promise. And one of the best ways to do that is by telling a story about a problem or an opportunity you helped an ideal client with. Sharing real-life stories that show how you solved a challenge and you achieved tangible outcomes as well as intangible outcomes, enables you to market yourself authentically. It helps you come across as real and it helps you build trust. So here's action tip number 3, a tip that ties to communicating. Consistently communicate the same message with the same focus, the same ideal profile, and the same point of view. It has the same what you do, the same who you help, and the same how you help. And one of the best ways to communicate the same message with 3 to 5 compelling client success stories that showcase the problem, your approach, and the results and benefits. Then use the same stories in your conversations, in your presentations, on your website, on your LinkedIn profile, in your marketing materials. Expand the stories into case studies and ask people who are involved in those stories for testimonials that support the stories. Now, a comment I frequently hear is, I'm new to consulting and I don't have any stories. Well, here's the thing, you do. Take a step back and think about what you've done in the corporate world. And use what you've done in the corporate world to help you create stories. If you can, talk to the people that were involved and the key person. Some people call them the stakeholder. It might be the COO, it might be an SVP. Ask them if they'll provide you a testimonial. Believe me, you can find the stories. Suggestion 4, network with people who are interested in your focus, the one thing for which you want to be known. To stand out and to market you need to be visible. And you need to actively network. You need to actively network, especially with those who are interested in what you do and how you can help them solve their problems or help them with an opportunity. You want to spend time where your ideal clients spend time. Whether it's a networking event or a conference, online community, or an association. You want to spend time where they're at. Marketing you means being in the right places with the right people at the right time. When I say right time, change occurs and change happens. What might be a right place today might not be the right place tomorrow. So here's your action tip when it comes to networking. Identify key networking opportunities where your ideal clients or referral partners are active. That requires you to do some research. And you want to be careful not to stretch yourself too thin. Then schedule times to participate. Block them out on your calendar. To participate, it could be an event. It could be an engaging, relevant group. It might just simply be having coffee chats, either in person or over a Zoom call. And you want to continually evaluate where your ideal client, I use the word, hangs out. Where can you find your ideal client? Again, where you're networking today might not be the right place tomorrow. Suggestion 5, be consistent, genuine, and trustworthy. Consistency builds credibility. But more than being consistent, you need to be genuine and you need to be authentic. You need to show you care and you need to demonstrate confidence in your abilities. One way to demonstrate confidence in your abilities, have a solid point of view. My second suggestion. As the saying goes, people don't care how much you know until you show how much you care. So here's the tip when it comes to suggestion 5, consistency, being genuine and trustworthy. Commit to a consistent awareness or marketing of you plan. Come up with a plan. What that means is you need to build consistency in how you network. and how you connect with people. If you're creating content, you need to be consistent as to how you distribute that content. If it's a newsletter, how often do you release a newsletter? Some people say you have to have a newsletter every week. Some people say it's twice a week. Some people say every other week. And some people it's once a month. What's important is you're consistent. Consistency also means if you post on LinkedIn or on Facebook, you're consistent as to how you do the post. And finally, consistency ties to how you follow up with people with whom you met and with whom you want to remain in touch. And for many consultants, I have found this myself, one of the hardest things to do is staying consistent with follow-up. And that is why it's so important to put together a plan that you stick to. To recap, some people say that to stand out, you need to write a book or be a podcast host or have a YouTube channel. I don't disagree that they help, but that is not where you want to start. You want to start by making sure the basics are in place. And the basics are being clear on the one thing for which you want to be known, developing and articulating your own point of view, communicating your value, and use stories to help you communicate your value and build trust. You want to network strategically with people who are aligned with your focus, people who meet your ideal client profile. And finally, you want to be consistent, genuine, and trustworthy in all your interactions. And the best way to do that is with a marketing of you plan. As Tom Peters says, you are in charge of you. Ask yourself, are you taking responsibility for marketing you and standing out in your field? While there is no single right way to market yourself, implementing the 5 suggestions, the 5 basics I mentioned in this video will set you apart and help you on a strong path towards success. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video, and I hope you walk away with at least one suggestion, something you can implement today. If you're interested in talking about mastering consulting or your consulting business, schedule some time to talk. If not, but you want to assess yourself, go ahead and download the consultant assessment document. You will find links to both in the description area as well as in the first comment. Take advantage of some of the other videos that are on this channel. There's videos to help you define your focus, that one thing for which you want to be known, and how to go about creating a point of view. There's videos on storytelling. Help yourself to the videos. Finally, if you would like additional videos such as this, consider subscribing to the channel, clicking on the bell to be notified when the next video is available. If you found this video helpful or walked away with at least one suggestion, consider giving me a thumbs up. And now, until next Consulting Insight, take care.